God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. The saying from Reinhold Niebuhr, a Lutheran theologian, describes the situations all humans encounter. In a world pulsating with relentless change and unpredictable events, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism emerges as a beacon of hope for cultivating inner peace and unyielding resilience. This practical philosophy, honed over centuries by luminaries like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, offers a timeless roadmap for navigating life's tumultuous seas with unwavering composure. Stoicism is not a mere collection of theoretical ideas. It's a transformative way of life that empowers you to forge an impenetrable shield of mental toughness and emotional immunity. By embracing its principles, you transcend the transient storms of circumstance, emerging with a profound sense of serenity and mastery over your inner world. In this audiobook, you'll discover that Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or adopting a cold, stoic demeanor. Rather, it's about learning to respond to life's trials with wisdom, courage, and an unshakable inner calm. Prepare to unlock the secrets that will enable you to face any adversity with grace and resilience. The Stoic mindset is a paradigm shift, revealing that true happiness and fulfillment are not found in external possessions or fleeting pleasures, but within the realm of your own control. Stoics understand that while we cannot dictate the world's events, we possess the ultimate power to shape our thoughts, emotions, and reactions. This realization liberates us from the tyranny of external forces, allowing us to cultivate a serene and resilient spirit. By embracing the Stoic focus on what we can influence, our actions, thoughts, and attitudes, we free ourselves from the endless pursuit of controlling the uncontrollable. This shift in perspective empowers us to navigate life's challenges with a sense of equanimity and purpose, unyielding to the whims of fate. Resilience is the cornerstone of the Stoic philosophy, a quality that enables us to weather any storm and emerge stronger on the other side. In the face of life's inevitable trials, resilience allows us to adapt, persevere, and ultimately transcend adversity. Cultivating resilience through Stoicism involves a deep understanding of the boundaries of our control. By releasing our attachment to outcomes and focusing instead on our own actions and responses, we become unyielding in the face of any storm. Resilience is not a mere trait, it's a muscle that grows stronger with every challenge we overcome. As you embark on this journey, you'll discover that resilience is the key to unlocking emotional immunity, a state of unwavering composure in the midst of life's tempests. Mental toughness is the hallmark of the Stoic warrior, enabling us to navigate life's complexities with unwavering determination and clarity of mind. By embracing the Stoic principles, we cultivate a mental fortitude that transcends fleeting setbacks and empowers us to thrive. Mental toughness is not about suppressing emotions or becoming emotionally numb. It's about honing the ability to respond to adversity with wisdom, courage, and unwavering balance. It's about recognizing that while external events may be beyond our control, we possess the ultimate power to shape our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Through the lens of Stoicism, mental toughness is forged by embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, practicing unwavering self-discipline, and cultivating a deep understanding of what truly lies within our grasp. As you embark on this transformative journey, you'll discover that mental toughness is the bedrock upon which emotional immunity is built, enabling you to navigate life's storms with unyielding resilience and unwavering composure. Lesson 1. Acceptance of what you cannot control. The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Epictetus. To truly master this ancient philosophy, we must first surrender to the fundamental truth that many aspects of life lie beyond our control. This surrender is not an act of weakness or resignation, but a courageous embrace of reality that liberates us from the futile struggle against the inevitable. Trying to change things beyond our control is a futile endeavor that only leads to anxiety and frustration. akin to trying to change the direction of the wind. Such efforts are not only fruitless, but also a source of immense suffering. In the tapestry of life, there are countless threads woven by forces beyond our grasp. We cannot dictate the weather, prevent unexpected illness, or control the actions of others. Individuals who master their emotions possess a remarkable clarity of vision. They understand that attempting to bend the world to their will is a futile endeavor that only breeds unnecessary suffering. Instead, they advocate for a radical shift in perspective, a focus on what truly matters, delving beneath the surface and refusing to be swayed by superficial appearances. This shift involves turning our attention inward, to the realm of our thoughts, actions, and responses. It is here, within the sanctuary of our own minds, that we discover our true power. While external events may buffet us like a ship in a storm, we can always choose how we navigate those turbulent waters. Imagine facing a sudden financial setback. The initial shock and fear can feel like a tidal wave, threatening to engulf you in a sea of despair. However, even in this tumultuous moment, we possess the power of choice. We can surrender to negativity, allowing our emotions to spiral out of control, or we can choose a more empowering path. By accepting the situation with grace and wisdom, we transform adversity into an opportunity for personal growth. This aligns with the Eastern philosophy of Zen Buddhism, which teaches us to embrace impermanence and find liberation in letting go. As the Zen proverb says, "The obstacle is the path." Rather than dwelling on the loss, we can analyze our options with a clear mind. We can seek support from loved ones, drawing strength from their encouragement and guidance. We can take proactive steps to rebuild our financial stability, leveraging our resourcefulness and determination. In the words of the Dalai Lama, remember that not getting what you want is sometimes a wonderful stroke of luck. By accepting the setback as a redirection rather than a dead end, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and unexpected blessings. While this method doesn't make loss any less painful, it gives us the ability to move past it. By concentrating on our controllable behaviors, attitudes, and reactions, we restore our agency and create the conditions for a more promising future. We release ourselves from the weight of attempting to control the uncontrollable by adopting this Stoic acceptance principle. We now concentrate our energies on what we can affect rather than wasting precious energy on pointless battles. This change fosters a profound sense of inner calm and composure, in addition to enabling us to face obstacles with increased resilience. The first step in developing this acceptance is to recognize the areas of your life that are out of your control. Is it your everyday commuter traffic, the capriciousness of your supervisor's emotional fluctuations, the state of the world economy? After these situations are recognized, consciously decide to accept them. This does not imply that you agree with them or that you will never try to make things better for yourself. It just indicates that you understand things are beyond your direct control. Instead of fighting against or feeling sorry for these outside forces, concentrate on the things you have control over. What steps can you take to make things better in your life? What ideas and convictions can you develop to support a more optimistic perspective? How can you handle difficulties with poise and discernment? You will realize that you are far more powerful than you ever could have thought by adopting this Stoic discipline. You are an active architect of your own fate rather than a helpless victim of events. Lesson 2. Focus on the present moment. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Seneca. A maelstrom of information, notifications, and never-ending to-do lists tug us in 1,000 different directions in today's society. Like restless tourists, our thoughts are never truly in one place for long. They are either obsessively thinking about regrets from the past or nervously projecting events from the future. We lose the priceless gift of the present moment, the only reality we actually have as a result of this constant mental chatter. By practicing present moment awareness, as Stoicism instructs us to do, we are able to free ourselves from the bonds of regret and concern. We no longer live as slaves to our fears of the future or as captives of our past transgressions. Rather, We immerse ourselves completely in every instant, relishing its distinct tastes and calmly accepting its difficulties. Releasing your thoughts from the bonds of past regrets and future worries entails anchoring yourself in the here and now. It means not living in the future, not imagining what might happen, and not focusing on the past because it makes your present anxieties seem more reasonable. We foster needless pain when we let our thoughts stray compulsively, dwelling on what may or might not have happened. We are unable to completely appreciate the beauty of the present moment because we are caught up in a loop of dwelling on the past. Being totally present in the moment and accepting it as it is the core of mindfulness. Our ability to face life's obstacles more easily is facilitated by cultivating a sense of clarity and tranquility that comes from immersing oneself in the present. We are not weighed down by regrets from the past or anxious about the future when we are in the moment. We are free to enjoy life to the fullest, to completely connect with our experiences, and to face difficulties head-on with compassion and knowledge. This increased awareness not only increases our output and efficacy, but also cultivates a deep sense of contentment and inner serenity. We can access a reservoir of thankfulness for life's small pleasures, such as the feel of the sun on our skin, the flavor of a delectable meal, or a child's laughing, when we are totally present. Start by slowly bringing your attention back to the present moment throughout your day, in order to embrace this life-changing practice. When your thoughts stray into the past or the future, gently draw your attention back to the present now, by acknowledging these thoughts without passing judgment. Use all of your senses. Take in the sights, sounds, and feelings that are all around you. Feel the breeze softly brushing against your skin, the earth beneath your feet, and the air filling your lungs. You'll get a fresh perspective and focus by grounding yourself in the here and now, which will enable you to face life's obstacles with unshakable poise. Recall that we only really have the moment we are in. Instead of wasting it, let's not worry about the past or the future. Rather, let us adopt the wisdom of the Stoics, who lived completely in the present and treasured each moment as a priceless gift. Lesson 3. Embrace adversity as an opportunity. Fire is the test of gold. Adversity of strong men. Seneca. When the storms of adversity gather on the horizon, we find ourselves at a crossroads. One path leads us down a treacherous descent into negativity, where external events seize control of our emotions, steering us towards resentment, anger, and despair. These destructive emotions, like a raging torrent, threaten to engulf us, leaving behind only wreckage and desolation. But there is another path, a path less traveled yet infinitely more empowering. This path calls us to rise above the turbulent waters, to cultivate a balanced and rational perspective that acknowledges our emotions without succumbing to their destructive power. It invites us to reclaim our autonomy, to recognize that our thoughts and interpretations of events wield immense power over our experience. This choice, this turning point, is where our true strength lies. It is the moment when we decide to become the architects of our own emotional landscape, rather than passive victims of circumstance. It is the moment when we choose to cultivate resilience, to transform adversity into an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Adversity is a powerful stimulant for personal growth and self-discovery, rather than a threat to be avoided. By changing the way we view obstacles, we can use them as stepping stones toward increased resilience and wisdom, rather than as roadblocks. The Stoics realized that hardship is an essential component of the human experience because of their deep comprehension of human nature and the unpredictability of the outside world. They realize that a fulfilling life is defined by our capacity to overcome obstacles rather than by the absence of challenges. The Stoics welcomed challenges as chances to develop the virtues necessary to lead a meaningful life, rather than seeing them as burdens to be endured. Challenges serve as a bravery training field where we learn to face our fears and behave honorably. They turn into a testing ground for tenacity, where we get the resilience to face challenges head-on and relentlessly pursue our objectives. They also turn into a self-discipline classroom, where we learn to restrain our urges and make morally sound decisions. To integrate this transformative lesson into your own life, begin by consciously shifting your mindset when faced with challenges. Instead of succumbing to the initial waves of fear, frustration, or despair, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can this challenge help me grow as a person? What strengths can I develop by overcoming this obstacle? By embracing adversity with this inquisitive and open-minded approach, you unlock a newfound sense of resilience and emotional fortitude. You discover that you are not defined by your challenges, but by how you choose to respond to them. Remember, the oak tree does not grow strong in a sheltered greenhouse, but by weathering the storms that buffet its branches. Similarly, our character is not forged in comfort and ease, but through the trials and tribulations that life inevitably throws our way. By embracing adversity as a teacher, we embark on a lifelong journey of growth, transformation, and self-discovery. Lesson 4. Cultivate self-discipline and self-control. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Marcus Aurelius. In the arena of life, where temptations whisper sweet promises and distractions beckon us with fleeting allure, self-discipline and self-control rise as the indomitable pillars of Stoic strength. These virtues, forged in the crucible of unwavering commitment and relentless practice, empower us to navigate life's tumultuous seas with unyielding composure and unwavering integrity. By mastering our impulses and desires, we liberate ourselves from the shackles of fleeting emotions and the siren song of external influences. We transcend the impulsive, knee-jerk reactions that often lead us down a path of regret and self-sabotage. Instead, we cultivate a steadfastness of purpose and a resolute determination to make choices that align with our deepest values and long-term aspirations. A Stoic person recognizes that true freedom and happiness are not fleeting sensations derived from external gratification. Rather, they are the fruits of our ability to govern our inner world, the vast landscape of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. This self-mastery is not a form of repression or denial, but a conscious cultivation of inner strength and wisdom. We must first determine the areas of our lives where we have more control before we can begin this life-changing path of self-discipline. It could be the relatively insignificant task of controlling our emotions when faced with criticism or confrontation, or it could be the more significant issue of overcoming the impulse to aimlessly browse through social media during designated work hours. The secret is to start small and create attainable goals that help us progressively build stronger muscles of self-control. Make a commitment to a regular meditation routine in which we develop mindfulness and objectively notice our thoughts and feelings. Allocate a specific time slot for concentrated work that is unaffected by interruptions or distractions. Create a regular exercise schedule that pushes your physical and mental boundaries. When we consistently fulfill these obligations, we observe a tremendous shift. Our sense of self-efficacy soars, our focus sharpens, and our resolve becomes stronger. We take on the role of architects in our own lives, carefully and purposefully molding our personalities. Recall that exercising self-control does not entail attaining perfection. The idea is to move forward gradually, one tiny step at a time. It's about owning up to our mistakes and growing from them instead of giving in to discouragement or self-criticism. It's about embarking on the path of self-improvement with curiosity, tenacity, and a steadfast belief in our own abilities. Lesson 5. Practice gratitude and perspective. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Epictetus. In the arena of life, where temptations and distractions abound, self-discipline and self-control emerge as the indomitable armor of the Stoic warrior. These virtues, honed through relentless practice and unwavering commitment, empower us to navigate life's tumultuous storms with unwavering composure and unyielding integrity. By mastering our impulses and desires, We unshackle ourselves from the tyranny of fleeting emotions and the siren song of external influences. We transcend the impulsive, reactive patterns of behavior that often lead to regret and self-sabotage. Instead, we cultivate a steadfastness of purpose that allows us to make choices aligned with our deepest values and long-term goals. A Stoic person recognizes that true freedom and happiness do not reside in fleeting pleasures or external validation. Rather, they are found within our ability to govern our inner world, our thoughts, emotions, and actions. This self-mastery is not a form of repression or denial, but a conscious cultivation of inner strength and wisdom. Building self-control is like creating a sword in the furnace of willpower. It calls for daily practice, persistent dedication, and a readiness to face our own shortcomings. However, the benefits are incalculable. Building up our self-control gives us the mental toughness to withstand the temptation of instant gratification and stick to our principles in the face of difficulty. Finding areas in your life where you can practice more self-control should be your first step. Maybe it's learning to control your emotions when confronted with criticism or confrontation, or maybe it's stifling the temptation to aimlessly browse social media during concentrated work hours. Establish modest, attainable objectives that will progressively increase the strength of your self-control. Make time for focused work sessions, establish a regular exercise regimen, or commit to a daily meditation practice. You will experience a profound shift as you continue to fulfill your obligations. Your sense of self-efficacy will soar, your focus will become more acute, and your willpower will get stronger. Perfection is not the goal of self-discipline. It's all about making progress, about putting little steps forward every day to turn into the best version of yourself. Adopting this Stoic virtue will enable you to live a life of purpose, integrity, and unshakable composure by opening up a reservoir of inner strength and resilience. Lesson 6. Nurture inner peace and tranquility. The mind is the ruler of the soul. It should remain unstirred by agitations of the flesh. Seneca. Stoicism emerges as a haven of serenity, a place where inner peace and tranquility grow in the unrelenting storm of modern life, where turbulence and uncertainty whirl around us. It is a shelter for tired souls looking for relief from the unrelenting pressures of the outside world, an oasis in the middle of the storm. With their deep knowledge and ageless insights, the Stoics understood that true contentment and calm did not come from situations beyond one's control or worldly belongings. They realized that these transient joys are illusory, susceptible to the whims of fate, and likely to disappear as soon as they arise. Rather, they found that the source of enduring happiness is found inside our own minds, in our capacity to control our thoughts and feelings. We can develop a condition of imperturbability, an unbroken calmness that enables us to traverse even the most stormy waters with elegance and composure by mastering our reactions to external circumstances. We learn to stay calm in the face of chaos by leaning on our inner strength, much like an experienced sailor who has seen many storms. Being in the present moment helps to be free from judgment or attachment. By immersing ourselves fully in the here and now, we release the burdens of the past and the anxieties of the future, allowing ourselves to simply be. This practice of mindfulness can take many forms. It may involve formal meditation, where we sit in stillness, observing our breath and thoughts without judgment. It may involve deep breathing exercises, where we consciously slow down our breathing, calming our nervous system and promoting a sense of tranquility. Or it may simply involve taking a few moments to pause, to look around us, to truly see the world with fresh eyes, appreciating the beauty and wonder that surrounds us. Cultivating a non-judgmental attitude toward ourselves and others appears to be a crucial cornerstone in our quest for inner peace and tranquility. This significant change in viewpoint enables us to release ourselves from the bonds of pessimism and adopt a more sympathetic and perceptive outlook on life. When we place a high value on our perceived weaknesses or flaws, we set up an internal war where negativity and self-criticism rule supreme. This internal conflict feeds a vicious cycle of stress and worry, in addition to weakening our sense of self-worth. Comparably, when we view people critically, we obstruct communication and understanding and make it more difficult for us to form deep connections. The Stoics promoted a more caring attitude because they understood the damaging effects of judgment. They realized that each person is facing their own obstacles and constraints while traveling on a distinct path. We can let go of the impulse to judge others or compare ourselves to them by developing a non-judgmental mindset. Rather, we welcome acceptance, for ourselves as much as for the people around us. A crucial component of this process is letting go of unfavorable ideas and feelings that disturb our inner tranquility. Envy, bitterness, and anger choke our heart's gardens like poisonous plants. More uplifting and energizing feelings might arise when we acknowledge these emotions and decide to let them go. We make an effort to develop compassion, understanding, and forgiveness, rather than focusing on the negative. We discover our common humanity and interconnectedness when we learn to view others and ourselves with kindness and acceptance. We accept our flaws and forgive our faults, treating ourselves with the same kindness we would show a close friend. A potent, liberating act is forgiveness, both of ourselves and of others. It releases us from the weight of bitterness and rage, enabling us to proceed with more grace and ease. While we don't support bad deeds, when we forgive, we free ourselves from the burdensome emotional baggage. By practicing non-judgmentalism, we spread happiness like wildfire. We not only improve our personal health, but also contribute to a world that is kinder and more understanding. As the Dalai Lama sagely advised, practice compassion if you want others to be happy. Practice compassion if you want to be happy. Lesson 7. Build emotional intelligence. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Marcus Aurelius. Emotional intelligence, the compass that guides us through the labyrinth of human interaction, is a cornerstone of Stoic wisdom. It is the art of recognizing, understanding, and skillfully managing our own emotions, while also extending that understanding and compassion to the emotions of others. The Stoics, with their profound insights into the human psyche, recognize that emotions are not inherently good or bad. They are simply signals, messengers that convey information about our inner world and our relationship with the external world. Like the weather, emotions can be stormy and tumultuous, or they can be calm and serene. It is our response to these emotions, not the emotions themselves, that determines their impact on our lives. By cultivating emotional intelligence, we embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. We learn to recognize the subtle nuances of our own emotional landscape, identifying the triggers that ignite our anger, sadness, or joy. We delve into the depths of our emotional responses, seeking to understand the underlying causes and beliefs that fuel them. We learn to control our emotions by becoming more self-aware and being able to choose our reactions to them instead of letting them control us. We learn to take breaks, breathe, notice our feelings objectively, and make decisions that are consistent with our values and objectives. Our relationships with other people are also impacted by emotional intelligence. We try to comprehend the viewpoints and feelings of those around us by engaging in active listening and empathy practices. We try to understand their sentiments and intentions by placing ourselves in their position. Through empathy, we can forge closer bonds with one another, settle disputes amicably, and promote understanding and connection. Start by studying your own emotional patterns and triggers in order to develop this essential ability. Observe how your body responds to various feelings. Are there circumstances that always elicit particular reactions? You can start to predict and better control your emotions by becoming aware of these tendencies. Subsequently, engage in conversations with others by practicing active listening and empathy. Try to figure out what they are experiencing and why by observing their verbal and non-verbal signs. Identify their feelings, give them your full attention, and pose open-ended inquiries. Your relationships and interactions with the outside world are improved as well as your internal well-being when you develop your emotional intelligence. Being able to handle even the most difficult circumstances with poise and intelligence makes you a beacon of composure and understanding. Lesson 8. Develop virtuous character traits. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. At the very core of Stoicism lies a profound pursuit: the cultivation of virtue, the embodiment of noble character traits that serve as our guiding stars in navigating life's intricate labyrinth. By nurturing virtues such as courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom, we forge an unyielding moral compass, enabling us to traverse the turbulent seas of existence with unwavering resolve and resilience. The Stoics, with their penetrating insights into the human condition, recognize that true happiness and fulfillment are not fleeting emotions dependent on external circumstances. Instead, they emanate from within, from the cultivation of a virtuous character. By dedicating ourselves to embodying these timeless principles in our daily lives, we transcend the ephemeral storms of fortune and misfortune, discovering an enduring wellspring of contentment and inner peace. This pursuit of virtue is not a mere intellectual exercise, but a transformative journey of self-discovery and personal growth. It begins with identifying those virtues that resonate most deeply within our hearts and souls. Is it the unwavering courage to confront our fears and stand up for what we believe in? Is it the serene temperance that allows us to navigate life's pleasures and challenges with moderation and self-control? Is it the unwavering justice that compels us to treat all beings with fairness, compassion, and respect? Or is it the insatiable thirst for wisdom that drives us to continuously seek knowledge, understanding, and insight? Once we have identified our guiding virtues, we must actively strive to embody them in our thoughts, words, and actions. We must cultivate courage by facing our fears head-on and embracing challenges as opportunities for growth and transformation. We must practice temperance by moderating our desires and choosing long-term well-being over short-term gratification. We must uphold justice by treating others with the same dignity and respect that we desire for ourselves. We must seek wisdom by remaining open to new ideas, questioning our assumptions and continuously learning from our experiences. By embracing this virtuous path, we not only elevate our own lives, but also contribute to the betterment of society as a whole. Our actions become a beacon of integrity and purpose, inspiring others to follow suit. In a world that often celebrates superficiality and instant gratification, the pursuit of virtue stands as a timeless testament to the power of human character and the enduring potential for good that resides within each of us. Lesson 9. Seek wisdom and knowledge. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Epictetus. Stoicism encourages us to embark on a never-ending journey of knowledge acquisition about the ever-evolving fabric of existence. It teaches us that developing and conquering who we are continual journeys of discovery and enlightenment. We constantly broaden our understanding of the intricate web of relationships between people, the world, and ourselves, in order to equip ourselves with the clarity and knowledge needed to navigate the challenging issues that arise in daily life. The Stoics valued wisdom and intellectual curiosity highly because of their insatiable curiosity and unshakable faith in the transformational power of education. They realized that information is not just a collection of facts, but also a source of empowerment that helps us develop empathy, make wise decisions, and a deep understanding of how everything is interconnected. By pursuing wisdom and knowledge, we are able to understand the world from a wider perspective and break free from the limitations of our narrow personal experiences. We get an appreciation for different viewpoints, learn to question our own presumptions, and learn to see the world through the eyes of others. By serving as a constant reminder that we are merely a little portion of a huge and complex world, this deeper awareness fosters a sense of humility and oneness. Stoicism advocates for a lifelong commitment to learning, not merely through books and intellectual pursuits, but also through the crucible of experience. In fact, it is often through our most challenging experiences, those marked by adversity and loss, that we glean the most profound wisdom and insight. Individuals facing illness, for example, often undergo a transformative shift in perspective. They may become more reflective, contemplating the deeper meaning of life and their place in the universe. They may develop a heightened sense of compassion, recognizing the shared vulnerability of the human condition. They may even turn towards spirituality, seeking solace and guidance in a higher power. This transformation occurs because illness forces us to confront our own mortality and the fragility of life. It shatters the illusion of invincibility, reminding us that our time on this earth is finite and precious. In the face of such profound realization, many individuals find themselves re-evaluating their priorities, letting go of petty concerns and focusing on what truly matters. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." By facing adversity head-on, we not only develop resilience, but also cultivate a deeper appreciation for life's blessings. We learn to savor each moment, cherish our relationships, and live with a greater sense of purpose and meaning. So let us embrace the Stoic call to lifelong learning, not just through books and lectures, but through the raw and unfiltered experiences that life throws our way. Let us view challenges not as obstacles to be avoided, but as opportunities for growth, transformation, and self-discovery. For it is in the depths of adversity that we often find the greatest treasures of wisdom and resilience. But the search for knowledge and wisdom goes beyond the domain of outside investigation. It also entails a trip of introspection and contemplation, a deep plunge into our own inner world. We develop a deep self-awareness that guides our future by pausing, thinking through the issues life throws at us, and integrating the knowledge we learn. We learn that our quest for wisdom and knowledge is a soul-transforming adventure rather than just an intellectual one as we set out on our lifelong journey. It's a trip that helps us discover more about who we are, where we fit in the world, and the endless potential that each of us possesses. Lesson 10. Practice self-reflection and self-improvement. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. A central tenet of Stoic philosophy is the path of self-mastery, which is a never-ending journey of reflection and personal development. It is a life-changing experience that necessitates a readiness to face our inner demons, accept our frailties, and develop a deep self-awareness. True growth and transformation, as the Stoics saw it, come from a relentless quest to improve our character and foster virtue-based practices that reach the depths of introspection. The Stoic views introspection as a vital instrument for self-sculpting. Much like an expert sculptor painstakingly chipping away at a block of marble to unveil the hidden masterpiece within, we can explore the complex terrain of our thoughts, feelings, and behavioral patterns by engaging in this introspective activity. It makes it possible for us to recognize both our assets, the characteristics that enable us to lead happy lives, and our shortcomings, the aspects that need maintenance and improvement. By facing our shortcomings and limitations with unwavering honesty and humility, we open the door to profound personal growth and transformation. We shift our perspective, recognizing that our imperfections are not signs of failure, but rather valuable opportunities for learning and evolving. Embracing the Stoic principle of amor fati, a love of fate, we understand that even our perceived weaknesses can be catalysts for personal development, propelling us towards greater self-awareness and wisdom. To embark on this transformative journey, we must carve out sacred time for self-reflection and self-evaluation. This may involve journaling, where we pour our thoughts and emotions onto the page, allowing them to take shape and reveal their hidden meanings. It may involve meditation, where we quiet the mind's chatter and delve into the depths of our consciousness. Or it may involve engaging in introspective exercises that prompt us to examine our values, beliefs, and motivations. We develop a deep self-awareness that shows us the way forward via these practices. We acquire important new understandings of our mental processes, feelings, and inclinations. We understand what sets off our rage, what convinces us to feel insecure, and what behaviors prevent us from realizing our greatest potential. With this increased awareness of ourselves, we are better able to make decisions that are consistent with our goals and values. We can actively strive to overcome our shortcomings, develop virtues like bravery, compassion, and knowledge, and hone our character until it becomes a work of art that is truly remarkable. Recall that the path to self-mastery is a marathon rather than a sprint. It calls for tolerance, tenacity, and an openness to discomfort and ambiguity. The benefits, however, are enormous. By always working to better ourselves, we not only enrich our own lives, but also serve as role models for everyone around us. Applying Stoicism in everyday life. While the principles of Stoicism may seem lofty and philosophical, their true power lies in their practical application to our daily lives. By integrating these lessons into our routines and decision-making processes, we can cultivate a profound sense of resilience, emotional fortitude, and inner peace that transcends external circumstances. Start by identifying areas of your life where you can apply Stoic principles, whether it's in your professional endeavors, personal relationships, or individual growth journey. Embrace the practice of mindfulness, cultivating present moment awareness and detachment from fleeting emotions or external distractions. Additionally, strive to embody the virtues of courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom in your interactions with others, treating them with empathy, fairness, and respect. Above all, commit to a lifelong pursuit of self-reflection and self-improvement, continuously refining your character and aligning your actions with your highest ideals. By consistently applying the lessons of Stoicism, you'll discover a newfound sense of equanimity and emotional resilience that will empower you to navigate life's challenges with grace and fortitude. Conclusion: building emotional immunity through Stoicism. Although Stoicism is a difficult path, it offers great benefits in the form of the development of emotional immunity, resilience, and inner serenity. You can transcend the ephemeral storms of circumstance and develop a profound feeling of self-mastery and equanimity by accepting the timeless wisdom of this ancient philosophy. Recall that achieving emotional immunity is a constant process that involves self-evaluation, self-development, and integrating Stoic principles into your day-to-day activities. It is not a destination. It's a route that calls for bravery, tenacity, and a readiness to face your limitations head-on in an open and humble manner. Remember that you are not alone as you set out on this life-changing adventure. Throughout history, numerous people have found inspiration and guidance in the teachings of Stoicism, which offers an ageless path for overcoming obstacles in life with unflinching perseverance and poise. Thus, accept the teachings of Stoicism and allow them to lead you to a life of inner serenity, emotional resilience, and great fulfillment. Gaining mastery over the practice of Stoicism will enable you to create an unbreakable foundation of emotional immunity, a valuable skill that will protect you from life's inevitable storms. If you are set to start the life-changing adventure of Stoicism and discover how to create emotional immunity, explore my detailed online course, The Stoic Path to Resilience. This deep program shows you the strong lessons and useful actions of Stoicism, giving you the tools and help to build a solid base of mental strength and emotional strength. With detailed video lessons, helpful exercises, and a group of supportive friends, you will start a life-changing path to mastering yourself and finding inner peace. We will learn about the ancient wisdom of Stoic philosophers together, understand their lessons, and use them every day. This will help you handle life's tough times with calmness, balance, and strong determination.